Connor just thought of himself as a normal kid. He didn't really recognize that he was special inside. But I kept on telling him that he was, that I could see that special sparkle. The last day that we got together to mentor, I gave him a geode and I showed him how that outside looked very plain, but the geode was cut in two, and so you could see the sparkle on the inside. I said, this is you. This is somebody who looks normal on the outside, but has a special sparkle, different from anybody else.
Mentorship is really important to me because I feel like when we go into the schools, we are really being the hands and feet of Christ in a very tangible way. We aren't allowed to evangelize or talk about church or talk about Jesus, but I feel like we're bringing His presence into the school, which is very uplifting for the students and the staff. And really, the most important thing to do is just be there for these kids the way Christ is there for us. We encourage them, we love them, we give them hope, and we're just their cheerleaders. I was really, really sad when COVID hit and we had to put a pause on going into South Hills in person. It was something that I looked forward to. I know my mentee looked forward to. During that break, it really made me realize how much I enjoyed it and how needed it is. I know that during this break, a lot of kids really fell behind in a lot of areas, reading, math, even social skills and interactions. So during this time of having a break and reflecting on how important it is, it really strengthened my resolve to want to go back and do it again.
There's a strong correlation between reading levels at third grade graduation and all kinds of societal ills. There are statistical correlations between incarceration, between dropout rates, between teenage pregnancies and abortions, between welfare and poverty on into a student's life that say if they can't read by the end of third grade, the trajectory for their life is abysmal if they fall on a normal trend line. So we feel like part of our opportunity here is to help students step off of the trend line and in a different direction.
One of the students that I mentored was a little guy named Adele. He had about a 5-second attention span. It wasn't until he was at our church for 5th grade graduation. He was talking to his mom in Spanish, and I had never met the mom, never been able to meet her or talk to her because she was solely Spanish speaking. And so I asked Adele, what did you tell your mom? And he said, I just showed her who you were and said, this is the woman who loves me.
I would say if God is placing it on your heart to be a mentor at South Hills, that you need to give it a try. If He's nudging you, He will provide a way, He will provide the time, He will provide the words when you get there, because it can feel overwhelming at first. I just believe that if God is calling you to this, that He will provide everything you need for you to succeed at this.